I know that I've been gone for a while, like it has been a minute, but just like that, I'm back. I'm back for real, and I'm coming back feeling much better because I didn't manage to do my previous video because I was not feeling well. I was sick. But here I am, so let's get to it. Hey people, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to this channel, make sure that you like, make sure you share, and then you subscribe. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be alarmed when my new video is up. So as promised, today I'll be sharing with you guys my delivery story and the process of labor pains, start from labor pains up to the delivery story. So I had two scheduled dates. I had a date that I got from my scan. Before that, this is a personal opinion. Not to scare you or anything, guys, but labor pains are torturous. And as the name says, pains like that, it involves a lot of pains. So I could be saying there is no how that you can go into labor without pains, but the study shows that out of all the women in the world, like 10% of them, they are the only ones that can go into labor without pains, like having labor with no pains at all, smooth labor, if I may say that. So going back to my story, I had two scheduled dates. The date was the one of the scan, the pregnancy scan that I did, and it stated that I'm going to give birth on the 2nd of March. Okay, and then I got the other date from the government clinic, and then it stated that I was going to give birth on the 10th of March. And on that very same day, the 10th of March, I had an appointment at the clinic, my last appointment to be precise. So a lot of time passed, like January, February, and then March. I was there. I was waiting patiently for my labor pains to start, but they didn't start. I mean, the 2nd of March passed, and I was at a state where I was feeling very anxious, and a lot of people, they will ask you questions, ne? They'll ask you, is the baby here? Like, have you given birth yet? When is the baby coming? And I'm like, people, I don't know also. Because that was a point where I was battling against my body and my thoughts. And the only thing that I had in mind was like, oh, I need to get this baby rather out of my body and be free. Because on the 3rd trimester, that is the only thing that you think of. You need to get this baby out of your body, because that is a stage where you are more tired. You feel full, if that is the right word to use. You feel full. You feel big, like a whale, and you feel like you're not inhaling air properly because mukima. So the 2nd of March passed. And then I waited. I was like, okay, fine. Let me wait for my clinic appointment. That is my last appointment. And then in the morning on the 10th of March, it didn't happen as well. It's like, okay, let me just go to the checkup. My husband was so against it. He was like, baby, you can't go to the checkup by the date that they said you're going to give birth. It's like, but I need to go there to know that my baby is fine and the progress of my pregnancy. How am I really doing? Okay, and then we agreed that I will go there. I went there. By the way, it was too difficult for me to walk because as time goes by, it's like the baby is pushing through as time goes by, because he or she is preparing to get out of you. I went to do the checkup, and then when I got there, the midwife was like, "Oh, you are still here, ma. If you're not going to give birth until Friday, then you need to go to Marina." Well, that is one hospital that I've heard stories about, and I didn't want to see myself getting near Princess Marina Hospital. Never. And then, okay, fine. From the hospital, I went to the shopping complex, the Fields Mall, with my husband. We bought some few items, and then while on our way there, I kept on stopping during our journey because it was like the baby's head was already below, like stuck, because that's what my midwife told me. The baby's head is preparing itself like to come out. Yeah, so the baby's head, and anytime, she said this, anytime you can give birth, anytime. Okay, and then from the shops, I went straight home. When I got at home, not even a few minutes or few hours passed, when I was in the process of making tea and bread for myself, I felt something different with my body. Like, there's this pain that is coming at my lower back and then at my abdomen. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's not the pain that usually comes when my baby. No, this is not the pain. This pain is way too different. And then I just took 2 sips of coffee, making a bread once, then the pain intensified a bit. I was like, there's a labor pains, because they intensified. There was a contraction, and then it stopped, and then from there was a contraction again, and this time around, the pain rather intensifying. You know what? Let me call my mom, because I need to act calm. First of all, like, you know what? I need to act calm, but I need to call my mom. Hi, mom. Mama, the labor pain depend this monodes. The tlhabedi simotsa rather. Oh, I'm not sure I get one. Sure I get one, because this is the first foreign like feeling and pain that I'm having ever since I was pregnant. Okay, yeah, I'm coming. Okay, fine. And then I called my husband. Okay, babiki, I'm having pains. This simolodes. I was happy, but at the same time being worried. How will they feel like? Okay, let me just allow my body to feel this. And then as time went by, a contraction hit, and then it stopped, and then it came back. This time around, it's a little more painful. Like, it stops, because as time goes by, until you are into active labor, the pains, the pain intensifies. And while I was waiting for my mom and my husband, the pain intensified, like really, really bad. There was a point whereby a pain would hit, a contraction would hit rather, and then I would lay down just on the floor there, like really programming my mind. What is it that I'm going to do to switch my mind off from the pain? And then my body just flowed. It allowed me to rapama, and then it's like at my lower back, because that is where most of the pain came from. And then I kept on being there, lying on the ground, doing some other stuff, picking my stuff while waiting for my husband and my mom. By the time my husband and my mom arrived, I was in a state where I could say, you should massage my lower back, but then you should not touch me at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? And then when my husband tried to touch me, I was like, no, I'm fine. But at the same time, there was this feeling that was like, you need to massage me, like I could use that massage. So it was kind of mixed feelings at that moment. And then from there, I got into the car. So from home to the clinic, there were the hampana motzilenyana. That was the worst. You gotta go like boom, straight into the hard surface floor. That was really painful. By the time the car reaches the hump, like the pain would hit, And then from there, it will stop. And then I will have just some small talk with my husband and my mom.
I'll take videos.
Yeah, I remember you were trying to take a video. I don't know if it's there on his phone. I think I came across it a while back, but then I'll look for it. Yo, I started to get angry at him, like, stop it, baby, stop it. I don't need that. Yo, labor pains are something else, people. Once you're in the process, like, it's like you can do something, but then at the same time, it's like you can't do a thing because you don't know what to do. That's why some people, they insult the midwives, they curse, they what they use words that are not appropriate, they dance, they go around. I'll tell you what I was doing by the time I was in active labor. And then fast forward, I got to the clinic, and when I walked out of that car, it was almost impossible because it's not nice programming your mind, or you know what, I'm going to walk just fine, and then from there along the way a contraction hit you, and I'll pause, like pausing. Okay, I need you to stop, then I will walk. Okay. And then when we got to the admission area, we found a man there. I don't know if they call them, but what do you call what do you call a man who is a midwife, or what do you call a midwife who is a man? Still midwife, right? Yeah, midwife man, I would say so. Just to male midwife, I get. Yeah, male midwife. We found them there by the admission, by the reception center, and then he was acting all normal, like to my expectation. What I expected was they would like, he would immediately like fast attend to me, like, oh, are you okay? The man was so chilled, people, like so chilled, and he was like, okay, Zanaka.
He was good.
And he was rude. I'm about to tell them the rude part. Okay, Zanaka. And then when I got to the labor ward, I found two ladies there. I mean, they were just resting. And then I got to my bed, and then that man, he had to check the dilation of my cervix, or how far am I. And for him to do that, he had to put a hand down there on my cookie. Okay. Then when he approached me, I was still in labor pains, contraction. And then I told him, when he tried to conduct the test, I was like, no, wait, that is when you will do that. He was like, no, I have to do my work. But I'm like, I'm in pain, wait first for me, then that is when you will conduct that. I don't know. And then I was like, Emma, like, don't do that. Oh man, he had to call my husband. When he called my husband, he explained it to him, she's been too difficult, and as for you, you're not supposed to be even here, because this is where, like, we admit ladies, no male is supposed to be this side. Baby, what did you tell him, your response? I think I liked it.
I told him he was impatient.
Yeah, he was like, no, don't you think you're being impatient with her? I was like, that's my man. Obviously, he was going to take my side. And I was like, no, she's been difficult. And then the pain ceased, and then that is when he conducted a test. Man, I had to program my mind like this. When you get there into the labor ward, your body, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to those people. It belongs to the male housewife. It belongs to the male midwives and the other midwives. Like, your body, it doesn't belong to you. You just have to surrender your body, if you get what I'm saying. And then from there, I had a feeling, after he conducted the test, my mom and my husband were waiting. By that time, they were waiting at the reception area, admin area. And then from there, I had a feeling that I want to go to the toilet. I have to, like, right now. Then I hopped out from the bed, and then when I passed the reception area, that man was like, wakai. I was like, what do you mean, toilet thing? And at that time, you will try by all means to be nice, but man, these people, they are so rude. And he was very, very rough. I'm like, and that's where I'm going. You see, this guy is just being too difficult, but I wasn't, because when you are in labor pains, they play with you emotional, they play with your body. The other moment they will tell you they will make you feel like going to the toilet. Then the other moment they'll make you feel like, you know what, you need to rest. Then from the toilet, I was like, why isn't my water breaking? Like, there's this thing that my water has to break. Why is it not breaking? Then I went to the ward section, labor ward section again. Those labor pains, they hated me. I walked. I kept on working. And when they hit, I would rush to the bed. And I'm like, the only thing that I could think of was like breathing in and out is the only available option that is going to help me, because other than that, it wasn't working. The moment the pain hit, it was like, yo, I need to pause, and it hit. Then like a. And by that time, you will not even notice what is happening on your surrounding. It's just you, labor pains, your body, your mind. When will this period end? And then from there, my mom and my husband were still at the reception area. From there, I saw two ladies. What that man knocked off, I was like, my God. My mental prayers worked for me, because I was like, God, is this man really going to attend me? Because wow, it is not my I'm stuck. So I was like, is this man really going to attend me? Surely this is not my day. But then he knocked off, thankfully, luckily, blissfully. He knocked off, and then I was attended by two midwives. Man, I could see from a distance where those ones are kind, like the way they approached me. Hi, how are you? And the ones my comb technique. They found me there and they were like, we need to do a test again. I'm like, but you can't do it while I'm still in pains. When a contraction is happening, you can't do it. But like, the other midwife was like, and then when the pain hit, now I jumped to the bed, and then and then after they conducted a test, they were like, you are at 9 centimeters. Oh, I was the happiest and gladdest girl ever. So from there, they were like, we need to move you to the delivery room. Okay, let's go. And then on my way to the delivery room, there were mirrors on the walls. I would look myself at the mirror, and then I left myself. I was like, am I really going through this? I'm so strong. And then they took me to the delivery room. When I got to the hospital, and that man did a test, I was at 5 centimeters. For an hour or 30 minutes from there, then that is when I got into my active labor. And active labor is a stage whereby labor pains, they intensify, like the pain hits, the pain becomes so painful, it intensifies. I got to the delivery room, and then they were like, okay, you can be on the bed, like sit on the bed. Okay, sit on the bed. And the lady was like, when the labor pain hit, you push. Wait, what? Like, I have to deal with two things at a go, because in my mind that is what I thought I knew. When I get into the delivery room, then the labor pain, they stop completely. Then all that I have to do is push my baby out, and then I'll be done. But then when you get there, you have to push while the labor pains. God is it's labor pains and the pushing on top. I was like, I really have a long way to go. Okay, labor pain hit. I push, and then I became really tired while I was pushing. I think I pushed too close for an hour or close to 2 hours. By that time, my phone was off. and I bet my husband and my mom were calling. And then my labor took from that time to around.
You forgot to mention that you already left.
Yeah, they left. They left like while I was being delivered to my delivery room. There was a midwife who was like, gona le batho go reception. Gona le batho me kana batho ba letlelwe. And then I made a mental note like, yo, my husband and my mom, they are going home. They're leaving me all alone. Government clinics. Sure. Then I was there alone. But then at the back of my mind, I was thankful because I felt like could have my husband been there on my side saying, baby, push us. Going to be like, baby, this thing. So I felt like they helped me to maintain my strength, like to make a mental note, like I've got this. I'm alone in this here in this area, and I need to get this baby out. And I have to make sure that I push and I push and I push and cooperate with the midwife so that this baby can get out of me. Then my labor took long, pushing and pushing. It really took long. I wasn't registering. I wasn't seeing around or what time is it, but it was dark by that time because I think I arrived to get around 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because I delivered me before 12. So I think, let me say, 11 I was done. But then by 10 p.m., that was a moment whereby my midwife said, imagine them asking me, if you were on my position, what were you going to tell them? I was like, okay, I'll push. But already I was pushing enough because I had trips. They put 2 trips on me because I had no energy. Remember, I didn't eat before coming to the clinic. So they were like, I'm like, I think Marina. That is what they said. And thankfully, the ambulance car was not there because the other lady in my seat. In my mind, I made prayers like, my God, I don't want to go to Marina. I knew the moment Marina, like the pothole, and that will not be a smooth sail for me. Like it will be only worsening my labor pains. So I was like, I will push. They were like, but you are pushing. It's like, yes. And then the other midwife waited for a bit, and then she took a scissor, and she was like, you know what? I need to help you. Man, I didn't know what she meant. And then she went and made a cut on me down there. I didn't even feel a pain, not even a bit of a pain, because I think my mind was consumed with, I need to deliver, I need to get this baby out. I didn't even feel a pain. And then from there, the moment after she cut me, I pushed, I think, twice or thrice. Then suddenly I felt something coming out of me, like the way it came out was so weird and so foreign. That is how it was. And then after my baby came out, I was like, like the highest relief ever. Sorry. That was the highest relief ever. Like, have you ever been into a race and like long races rather, and then when you reach the end, you fall down or you sit and you're like that breathing down heavily, slowly, like keep it, like, wow, I did it. And then the other midwife, by the way, she mentioned that she was a student midwife. She was learning, but then the way she was with me, she was too kind. She was so professional, and she was way too focused to be in a level of a student. And then from there, again, then I'm and she was like, I'm like, it's a girl with the highest relief ever and happy. The moment my baby came out of me, I forgot about those labor pains, how I came to the hospital, what I had to go through pushing. I forgot totally. my baby brought a lot of happiness in that environment and a lot of calmness. And I was just so happy. I don't even know how to explain the happiness. Like, I was so relieved. Then from there, they put her in her cot and they had to deal with me wiping all the fluids. And this is the partner, the painful part. Even though I didn't feel any pain, so they had to stitch me down there because I guess they made a cut. They performed an episiotomy, that is making a cut down there. So that nurse, she injected me. She was like, I'm going to give you an injection so that you won't feel the pain. I was like, what? How kind. I mean, how kind, God. And then she gave me an injection and then she worked. She worked on me and talk. And then she was like, I'm done. Now I'm going to give you your baby. And then happy, I'm going to give you food. The very same food that I despise when I got to the clinic. Like, Diluho, I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat this. Immediately after birth, I needed that food. Because I remember there was the other midwife. She was like, you're going to need this food after labor. I was like, what is she talking about? Man, I needed them. I digged into the food. Digged. And then after they removed the... before that, when my baby came out, immediately the placenta was like, it's all on. Like, it happens so fast. And then they explained to me what the reason why my baby took long to come was because the umbilical cord was way too short. Causes or a cause for that, I really don't know. Even up to now, I don't know. Then from there, they prepared my baby. And then the first thought I had in my mind when I saw her, because she was so light, people, like light. No, pink is the right word to use, because on her medical forms, they wrote the baby of the color pink, like literally pink. And then from there, what came into my mind rather was like, did I have an albino baby? That was what was concerning me, not that having an albino baby was something wrong or what. But then I was shocked, or is my baby an albino? And then from there, when Asana Mukuga was like, okay, she has black hair, then she's not. She was way too light. So that is how it came about. More delivery room. I was so glad for the kind gestures that I received from those midwives. Man, when I look back, I was like, I could have went back, or should I have found them the following day? I could have thanked them enough, because I got they were in a night shift. So by the time it was in the morning, they were not there. But overall experience, I had a beautiful delivery journey. I did manage to pull through those labor pains. I mean, we are women. What is it that we are not capable of? If I can enjoy the pains that I had to go through, my bones around there dislocating, moving, there's nothing that a lady cannot do at all. So that is all that I had to say. So thank you so much for tuning in, and please make sure that we engage on the comment section. Make sure that you like, you share, and you subscribe. There are some cases that there are women, they don't have pains at all when they are delivering. There are some cases that there are women that their labor, it takes long. So you don't know what is going to happen to you. But what I can really say is make sure that you are connected to God through all the process that you're going to go through. Other than that, it's a wrap from me. Until we meet again on my next video. Bye.